Festool MFS system is for cutting mortises, curves, circles and so much more, and the idea of it is it will replace 20 or 30 or infinite amounts of actual templates that we normally make ourselves out of plywood. Now the Festool MFS is about £400, which I cannot bring myself to pay for at all. So on Temu they actually have what they call a milling and tramming attachment. Now this is about £20–30, which obviously a fraction of the price. It doesn't have some of the extras that Festool do with theirs, but I'll share with you a little something later that I managed to do. Now in this set, this is the 500mm set. In it basically you get 4 little connector bars, an Allen key, some bolts, and you get 4 of these aluminium extrusions, all at 500mm. So first thing we need to do is we need to set it up in this sort of formation. So to do this we just take one of the adjoining bars and we're going to slide it in, and then the hole on this side you put through, like so, and then you just go ahead and tighten it up. Unfortunately their Allen key isn't the best, so I recommend you maybe use one of the other hex ones if you have any lying around. Then all you want to do is just go around and do all 4 corners. One thing you can do on the first couple is you can just start the bar like so, and then just slide it in place down to where you need it. So once you've got it up to the square, you can actually just go ahead, and if it's nice and small size like so, the router will sit nicely on top, and you can just go ahead and just use a normal pattern bit to cut it. So one of the main uses of this is to make different size templates, whether it be for hinges, mortises, inlays, etc. So let's go ahead and have a look how to do that first. You know what size we want to do the inlay, we need to work out where we need to place the actual template. Now we know that our router bush is 30mm. We are using a 10mm cutter, so you take your 10mm off your 30, that leaves us 20. We divide that by 2, because we have a gap either side, that leaves us 10. So in order to cut this out the exact size, we need to add on 10mm on all directions and place the router template accordingly. To hold this in place, I've actually used some 3M double-sided tape, just so clamps aren't in the way of the cameras. Because we have got the router bush on, we need to take our little hockey puck, put that onto the router and place it down and in, and this now supports the router as we're moving around. Now of course, because we're doing the inside, you want to be moving the router anti-clockwise, so that is from right to left. So we're just going to go ahead now and cut this out. As you can see there, it's left a nice square hole. If you need a perfect square hole, of course, you will have to clean up the edges with a chisel or something like that. Again, this can be made any size you want. The only limitations are the size of the extrusions. The other thing with the MF system you can do, they actually have pins and jigs, so you can actually cut curves and circles with this. So again, I've actually made this little block that will sit in the centre here, and also a pin. So you'll put this in the end. Of course, you will have to drill a little hole in the centre for doing the circle, but I'll just quickly put this together so you can see. So now we have the bits actually inside the template. A couple of things we need to do is we're going to use a centre punch, we're going to mark where we need the 6mm hole for the peg and drill a 6mm hole. Next, place the template where you need it, and where the little arrow is, you need to line up with the mark you've made. Now yet again, don't forget, if you're using a 10mm bit, you need to halve this and offset the line by 5mm. Once you've set it to where the curve is, you want to go ahead and lock it off. And now the 30mm router bush is going to sit inside the circle cutter. I've just set the depth to 5mm just for this example. If you want to do a full circle, you could do a full circle. It's exactly the same principle. That's just a case of removing it. And there you have it, you got your perfectly nice round curve. So all in all, really impressed with this little bit of a kit, especially with the new upgrades. I would definitely go ahead and replace the 4 panhead screws with some nice cap head stainless steel Allen key bolts. I would actually have liked to see an etching on all 4 pieces of the extrusion, but for a fraction of the price of the MFS, overall really impressed. If you would like to get one of my little 3-piece kits, link is in the description down below. Any questions, leave me a comment, hit that thumbs up, I'll see you next time.